Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. Today going to be doing another PSA reveal. Been getting a lot of orders back. PSA's been grinding out orders like crazy. So let's go ahead and open this up. This is going to be a two-part video. There's three boxes about this size, so we'll try to get through a box and a half on each video. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, so that one is not a completely full box. Right. And this is a 52 card order, and it is TCG order. It is, let's see, TCG bulk special. Okay. So PSA was having some specials and I took advantage of them. And this is a TCG special, so I would expect there's Pokemon cards and probably some Metazoo cards as well. So let's see what we got. Alright, first card. We're going to try to guess the grades too, by the way. Quite a bit of edge wear at the bottom of that card. Raichu, first edition Raichu from Fossil. That card looks pretty clean. I think this could get an 8. I don't see scratches on the hollow. Pretty clean, nice looking card. It is a little thin on that side. A 6. Man, they are getting so strict on this stuff. I mean, is there a binder dent? I don't see a binder dent. That's strange. Wow. That's a little bit of a shocker. Okay. Alright, this one definitely thinner on that side. Maybe a little thicker on top. Edges look good. The Luxray. This is from Classic Collection Celebrations. The back centering isn't the best, so I'm hoping for a weak 10. I got a 9. Alright. Centering got it. Okay. Alright, this one, it looks a little thin on that side. Maybe a little thin on top. Charizard from the Pokemon Go set. It does look a tiny bit thin on top. I feel like it's probably a 9. It's probably not a 10. Yeah, PSA 9. These are kind of tough to grade. Alright, this order's starting off a little shaky. Not gonna lie. See a tiny little white dot there. There is a white dot down there too. But centering looks good. The Hisuian Arcanine. Trainer Gallery from Lost Origin. I think this could get a 10. Come on, let's get our first 10. An 8. Jeez. Okay. Definitely a different grader than I got last time. No doubt. Okay. Alright, this card, I do see a little bit of white in that bottom corner. Slightly thinner on that side. The Charizard from Lost Origin Trainer Gallery. Pretty awesome card. It does look thinner on top. Can we get a 9? I don't think it's probably a 10. Hey, we did get a 9. There we go. So both Charizards in this order so far have gotten 9s. Alright, the back of this looks pretty good. Could this be our first 10? The Flying Pikachu VMAX. Now this card is not that tough to grade. That looks like centering's good. Easy 10. There we go. Gem Mint 10. That one was solid. Alright. The Chunky Pikachu. Flying Pikachu. Okay. There's a Metazoo card. The back of that looks perfect. The Lake Chelan Monster. I have graded a couple of these, and I've gotten good grades on these. This is from a release deck. First edition from Wilderness. Looks like a 10. Yes, Gem Mint 10. There we go. Metazoo, you can count on getting some PSA 10s. Pretty solid card quality. Alright, this one definitely thin on this side. Dragonite V. This is from the Dragonite V box. And I'm kind of surprised I sent this in because, I don't know, centering on the front looks good. This grader is definitely counting me off on back centering, which some of them do and some of them don't. So I'm going to guess this is probably a 9. Yep, PSA 9. Alright, kind of getting into what the grader's seeing here. This one, I see a white dot down there. It seems a little thin on this side. Tiny little white dot there. It is a little thin on top. The Articuno from Legendary Collection. Now, this so I don't get quite so much glare. I do see scratches on the hollow, so I mean, this does not look as good as the Raichu, I don't think. But if I was going to throw a grade at it, I'd say a 7. Hey, it is a 7. Alright, I don't know what was up with this Raichu, but they did not like it. Okay, back to a Metazoo card. That one looks perfect on the back. Smokey the Bear. I have tried this card several times now and gotten just horrible grades. This one looks way better than the last one I sent, though. I think these promos are tougher than what I imagined. I'm hoping for a 10. Hey, Gem Mint 10 on Smokey the Bear. Very cool. Okay, I'm happy with that because I was going to keep trying those until I got a 10. I have a few more left still. That was like a Target exclusive. Alright, this one, there's a big white dot in that corner. But besides that, it looks pretty good. The Charizard V-Star. And this one actually has good centering. But that white dot on the back is going to kill it. To me, it looks like a 9. Yep, PSA 9. One white dot, but it's such a big one. They couldn't have given that 10, really. Okay. This one, all the edges of stuff look great, but it is definitely thin over here. And maybe a little bit thin on the bottom. Mewtwo V. This is from the Elite Trainer box. I'm going to guess this is a 9 because of the back centering. Front centering seems okay. Hey, I got a Gem Mint 10. That's crazy. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about with this grader. Alright. This card looks pretty good. Tiny little white dot there. Another Charizard V-Star. Alright, centering on this looks good. This is much nicer than that last one. Come on, Gem Mint 10. Another 9. Boy, these are tough to grade. This one, it's just a tiny little white dot there. Man, that's frustrating. I really wanted that in a 10. This one thicker on this side. The alternate art, Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia from Cosmic Eclipse. It is thinner on this side, but I figured this could get a 9. It's such a rare card, I wanted to go ahead and send it in. Can we get the 9? An 8. Jeez. I might retry that one. I'm not going to get 10, so why bother? Alright, I think that was being a little stingy on that card. Alright, next box. Definitely can tell the difference between grader to grader. It's pretty huge. Alright, oh, there's a pen. Okay. Oh, we got a Yu-Gi-Oh card coming up. Alright, so this one, it looks, the edges look good. It is a little bit thicker on top. The Dragonite V. Evolving Skies alternate art. Now, I remember this one has kind of a weird printing line right there. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it on the back, too. There's 2 of them. So I was hoping I would get an 8 on this one. A 6. Man, they did not like that card. Wow. I think that's a little strict. I wasn't expecting a 10, but I was hoping I'd get an 8 on it. That's a pretty good PSA 6 right there, man. Jeez. Alright. We got a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Now, I bought this one 2 grade. There is a white corner up there. It does look a little bit off-centered. This was at the local gaming store, so it was a good deal. So I was like, I'll pick it up and grade it. I'm not going to keep it. All right, there it is. The 2004, it says first edition, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Kaiba Evo. I don't know what that means. But anyway, there it is. Cool looking card. I'm going to hope for an 8. Hey, we got an 8. Nice. Alright. I'll take that. Alright. Alright, we got another one. The back of this one looks a little bit better, I think. There's another one, 2003 Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, I don't know why this one is from 2003 but not a first edition, and the 2004 one is a first edition. I don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh! Does their stuff. So really shouldn't be grading any of these cards. Booster Pack 10. I think that could get a 9. Whoa, 6. They must have seen some sort of indention somewhere. Boy, that's tough. Okay. This one, I see a little bit of whitening on that corner. Alright, this is another one like the first one we looked at, the 2004 first edition Kaiba Evo Blue Eyes White Dragon. Can we get another 8? Oh, 7. Maybe there's a scratch on there somewhere. Alright. Back to Pokemon. This one's been shuffled and played. You can see white in all those corners. Ninetales EX. Boy, they're going to be brutal with my EX cards, I can already tell. I don't see scratches, But usually when your corners have that much wear, oh, there's a nice swirl right there too. I will say 7. Hey, got a 7. All right. I'll take it. Oh, that was from Hidden Legends. I don't know if I said that. All right, this card definitely way thinner on top and over here. It's definitely shifted that way. I think I see a little bit of white on that corner. Flareon. This is from the, it's an alternate art from the VMAX Premium Collection. Way off center, you can tell. I would say this is probably 8 with the centering. That one got a 9. Crazy. Just hard telling what they see on these sometimes. Okay. This one, white dot down there. Definitely thin on this side. Thin on the bottom. Man, I did not pick out very smart cards to send in here this time. Charizard V from the Ultra Premium Collection. I mean, centering's bad. I would say an 8. Yep, PSA 8. I definitely deserve that, and shame on me for sending that. This one, white dot down that corner, shifted way up. You can tell it's thinner and thicker down there. Another Charizard V. Yeah, definitely thin on top. Thin on this side. I mean, it looks like another 8. Now that one got a 9. So they like this one just a little bit more. Okay. This one, definitely thicker on top than the bottom. And a little bit thick on that side. The Venusaur from Classic Collection. Celebrations. I'm trying to think of the name of that set. That looks pretty good on the front. But with that back centering, it might get a 9. Wow, Gem Mint 10 on that one. Wow, I did need this in a 10, so awesome. Kind of a weak 10, though. Alright, this one, much better centering. Shining Magikarp. This one's one of the nicer cards I've looked at so far from this order. So I'm going to guess a 10 on this one. Yep, Gem Mint 10. Solid 10 on that one. Okay. We might have to stop the video after this one because we're going to make it 2 parts. Alright, this card, that looks perfect on the back. Oh, the Reshiram. Man, it's so blingy and sparkly, you can't even tell what it is. But it is the Reshiram from Classic Collection Celebrations. The centering looks good. That looks like a 10. Yep, Gem Mint 10. I definitely am happy to get PSA 10s on my Classic Collection cards. Alright, we'll keep going. We'll do another one. I want a little bit of a groove here. This one looks perfect on the back. Surfing Pikachu. The Chunky Chew. On that tiny little surfboard. That looks like an easy 10. There we go, PSA 10. Alright, the 10's making a comeback. Alright, we'll go ahead and stop the video there, and we'll do a part 2. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.
While I take plots and I cannot lie, you are the brothers I can't deny.